I've avoided buying a robot vacuum for years. I always thought they would just leave smudges on your floor and bump into everything and throw themselves down the stairs. But then I poured coffee on the ground in front of this thing and I think I was wrong. If you're new here, hey, I'm Coulter, and on this channel we cover handheld gaming, weird gadgets, apparently home automation, and a bunch of other stuff, so be sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss future videos. So today we're looking at the ECOVACS Deebot X11 OmniCyclone. Super cool name. This is my first ever robot vacuum, and I'm pretty excited for how far the tech has come. I honestly put off setting this thing up for a while. I thought it would be a pretty tedious process, but it was surprisingly simple. I popped it open and there was a big old instruction card waiting for you saying in very simple steps the process of getting it all set up. And in under about 20 minutes I had the water tank filled, all the little plastics pulled off, the firmware updated, and the Deebot sitting in its charging cradle. Actually, I think docking station is probably the more proper term here, not charging cradle, because the station does a ton, you'll see in a second. And initial impressions from the unboxing, it's a pretty slick looking device. Like, the docking station is very substantial with the removable clean water and dirty water bins, which I appreciate. I didn't want to have to somehow get water to this. I can just take the little bin to the sink, which is super nice. The huge bagless storage container. I'm told this is apparently the first robot vacuum that doesn't use bags. It is bagless, and so it just sucks all the debris out of the Deebot into the big canisters. You can just dump it like a regular old full-size vacuum, which is super cool. And you can even install 2 degrees of cleaning solution so that it'll get run through when it fills up the mop, which is super cool. And then looking at the bottom of the vacuum itself, it has a ton going on here. It's got the mop roller head, which it can retract out and into the base depending on where it is in the room. Like if it wants to run that along the edge of a wall, it knows to do that, which it knows to do because it has a 3D camera that can visualize the space, so it actually knows where it's going. It's not just bumping around, which is super cool. It has a big spinning bristle in the front that it can retract in and out depending on where it is and what it needs to grab. So it can just draw all the little particles in toward the brush head that brings it all into its internal storage for the debris. Then of course it has suction for when it detects it's on carpet, which is also super cool. Very handy. My front doormat is looking way cleaner than it usually looks, especially at winter time, so thank you for that. As you can see, the bottom also has a water jet for the wet mopping function, which is super handy, way more useful when it is pointed down at the floor, not when it's on its back. And those big wheels also have something very cool going on with them, but we'll get to that in a second. But very importantly, does it actually clean? And to test its Osmo Roller 2.0 system, I did something that was very painful, and I poured some of my delicious Nespresso black rich coffee right on the ground. Lay it out there. And I thought it might do a pretty good job, maybe with a couple of smears here and there, but the X11 ate it up just fine. No problem. Just bloop, 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 mopped it all up, and there was not a bit of residue left, which was super cool. Which I guess makes sense given that it's using a high density nylon roller spinning at 200 RPM while constantly feeding it fresh water from that jet we mentioned earlier. And according to ECOVACS, it's not just wiping, it's actually scrubbing with 16 newtons of pressure. Now, I don't usually measure my pressure in newtons, but I'm gonna take that as something very cool. And like I mentioned earlier, when it's going along the edge of something like baseboards, it's got that TrueEdge 3.0 technology, so it can detect if it's along an edge, extend the roller out, and then get right along the side, which is super nice because, as I imagine in other previous older designs of robot vacuums like this, they would have just been wherever the circular little puck can go on the ground, it'll go, but it's gonna miss stuff against the wall, so it actually extends out from the body to maximize the amount of surface that it covers, which I really appreciate in my very square, not round home. But back to the wheels, something really cool that I didn't know it could do actually. I just let it start running and then I found out it was a feature afterward. But when it was doing an initial clean of the rec room, you know, it was doing its passes, going up and down kind of thing. And then it just decides to vault the base of my IKEA Poane chair I have down there, which is about like a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch base of that chair, if you're familiar with that very popular chair model. And so it was cruising along and then just went right over the base of it. I took a video of the base of it. I didn't get that on film because I didn't know it was going to do that, but evidently the wheels on this guy are actually able to extend themselves, kind of like how on Cars the video game you could like jump up a little bit by moving your wheels up and down. Super niche reference, but if you got that reference, please let me know in the comments and you'll make my day. But they do that so it's able to navigate around your house better, so if you have like a cable runner or a divider between like carpet and tile or hardwood and tile or something, it's able to get over that and not get stuck nearly as much, which is super handy. Like, I have a lot of stuff around my house else that it could easily have gotten stuck on, like the little rubber mat that goes around my pet's dog dish, but it just plunges right over and moves right along unencumbered, which is super nice. Like, I've been able to let this thing run in the middle of the night, and I wake up in the morning with a success push notification on my phone and the X11 back and chilling in its docking station. So basically no supervision required on this thing, which is super nice. And speaking of the no supervision required, one super cool thing is that because it has that 3D camera, it of course is going to map the environment it's in. But not only that, it's super good at mapping the environment. Like, I dropped it off and just let it start running around and getting its bearings kind of thing. And then it shows me on my phone the map it produced, and it could tell like what was a bathroom. Like, it saw a toilet and was like, ah, that's the bathroom. Mark that room as the bathroom. When I had it map the 3rd floor, it knew that it was on a balcony because it saw stairs leading downward. And I was like, ah, okay, I must be on the balcony. Okay, oh, that's here, bedroom's here, bathroom's here. Cool, 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 which is like just so delightful for my shiny object brain. And in my case, being in a townhome, I set the app to multi-floor mode. And so I've set it on various floors to let it map them one time. And then in the future, I can just take it up to the 3rd floor, set it down, hit auto clean. It will kind of look around for a second, recognize the map, figure out it's on the 3rd floor, and then use its existing 3rd floor map to then plan its route and do its whole thorough clean of everything, which is super sick. And even though it won't have access to the docking station while it's doing other floors, because my docking station's on the main floor, so if I'm gonna take it to the 3rd floor or the rec room, obviously no docking station. But what I found is that the battery is surprisingly good. Like, it's able to do a whole 2 pass of the 3rd floor and then a whole 2 pass of the basement and still have battery left over, which is super impressive, honestly. Unless one of those floors had a ton of crap on the floor, then maybe I'd want to manually bring it back so it could dump itself and then resume, but battery's definitely not a concern there, which is awesome. And speaking of the mapping, like I mentioned, it'll just run every night at 2 a.m., which is super nice. And what's also nice is I don't have to worry if I've left stuff out where it shouldn't be according to its map. Like, it doesn't really get thrown, it'll just work around objects as tight as it can, and then it's still looking around, so it will clean everything it's able to see and navigate around, even if the orientation is thrown it a bit, which is nice because currently we have the house decorated for Christmas, and it'd be kind of annoying to have to make it map the room again after I've moved the Christmas decorations around, so appreciate the low friction there. Now, we talked about the docking station a bit, but we should circle back to it because, like I mentioned, it is called a docking station for a reason. Not only is it bagless and has a fair amount of torque to bring all the crap out of the X11 and into its own canister, but it'll also heat up the water to 75 degrees Celsius and clean the roller and then cycle that water into the dirty water tank, which is super cool. And then it will proceed to dry the roller, which I'm not even sure how it does that, but whatever it's doing, it's working really well. And I appreciate that I don't have to check on the water levels hardly ever because I'll just get a push notification, usually after one of the evening cleans, which will tell me if I need to top up the clean water / dump the dirty water. So I just wait till I get notified, and otherwise just let him do his thing. Okay, so as you can tell, it's been a pretty solid love fest for this thing, and I've been pretty hyped about it. As a shiny object nerd who's always wanted a robot vacuum, and now I have, from what I can tell, one of the most premium on the market, I've been quite enjoying that, especially because I've been very bad at sweeping lately and vacuuming, so yay automated maid in the house? But let's get into a few more observations after having lived with it for about a week. First off, if you have a pet, you need to plan to train your pet to be cool with this thing existing in its space. Many of you probably would have foreseen that. I, however, did not. And when Winston first met it, he was very, very upset about this intruder that was at his level, making noise, moving around, going near his stuff. But thankfully it didn't take very long to train the barking at it out of him. We just used lots of treat motivation to say, no barking, good boy, no barking, good boy, no barking, good boy. And so he'll go and check it out now. Every now and again he'll yip at it a bit, but then we're able to say, no, no barking at it, and he remembers the training. So thankfully that did not take long, because I told my wife, if he's gonna be barking at this thing every time it runs, then we won't be able to keep this vacuum. And I really want to keep this vacuum, so thankfully that worked out. For those who may be privacy concerned, because yes, it does have a camera on it, and yes, you can remotely access the camera from the app. However, you do have to set a pin to access the video feed, which I do appreciate. You can only set that pin by physically being with the vacuum and going through a sort of pairing process to set the pin yourself. But for those who may be more tech savvy, as with all smart devices, it might not be the worst idea to just set up a separate subnet on your network for all of your smart devices like this, just to keep it insulated from whatever else you have going on in your network. But to each their own. Some final rapid fire bullet points for this guy. It's got very granular control in the app. You can tell it to do a 1 pass or a 2 pass. You You can tell it to vacuum only, vac and mop at the same time, or vac then mop, which is super nice. I like vac and mop simultaneous because it does it pretty efficiently. You can toggle various settings where it'll try to detect stains and attack them more vigorously. It has a built-in AI assistant called Yeeko, where you can just tell Yeeko what you want to do, and it should be able to translate your desires into the vacuum's movements, which is just awesome. And very importantly, as in my case, you can schedule it to do a preset kind of clean of whatever area you want. And I must say, waking up every morning to a freshly vacuumed and mopped main area where we have the most crumbs and food going around has been really nice. Huge thanks to ECOVACS for sponsoring this video and finally getting me into the robot vacuum game. I didn't know what I was missing and I'm so delighted about it. And I'll drop a link in the description for the Deebot X11 down below. And if you're into home automation, I have a video coming up soon where I take a deep dive into the ECOVACS Premium now that the Google Nest has been properly killed by Google. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to subscribe to catch that when it comes out. And if you watch this whole video, be sure to drop a broom emoji in the comments so I know that you enjoyed this style of video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.